Welcome everybody, this is Kevin. Thanks for joining me here at Midwest Woodcraft. Today I'm out here at a little patch of land out at my buddy's house, just kind of mess around with some of the kit items I'm going to be taking down to the emergency survival class down at Campcraft Outdoors. Not going to be a whole lot to this video, mainly just kind of setting up a tarp, making a fire, kind of sitting around, chilling out around camp. But I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for coming along with me. Alright, so I have my tinder bundle here. What I have is some foxtail. It's not the most primo stuff around, but it is going to hopefully work for me. It's a little bit damp. These bigger sections are a little bit damp, so I'm taking and harvesting off some of these seed heads. You may be able to see the seeds in there falling off in my hand, but see how they're real fuzzy? That makes a really good flash tinder. So hopefully, my theory here is I have this thicker stuff on the outside of my bird's nest here. I'm going to put this flash tinder in the center, focus my spark towards the center of that bird's nest, and hopefully get this to ignite fairly easily with a ferro rod. I have all my fire prep up here. I got a bunch of small stuff, medium stuff, larger stuff. I got larger stuff all back behind me here and some already pre-prepared firewood up here, so should be good to go once we get this going. Flash tinder took up really quick. Big old tinder bundle there. I'll be burning my fire prep before I ever even get it down there. Careful not to smother anything. We want to leave gaps in between there. Make sure all of your tools are put up once you get it to a point where you got a second. A lot of times we get excited, we just kind of throw a ferro rod and a knife down in the dirt. And that's a pretty easy way to lose track of it if you get too excited. We'll let that burn down a little bit. We'll throw some of this bigger stuff on there, and then we'll get started setting up our emergency space blanket. Alright, we got a nice sustainable fire going now. Put some of our bigger stuff on there, and that should keep her burning for a little bit while we get some of these little camp tasks taken care of. stuff up on behind here. Kind of insulate this backside, keep the wind from blowing through here. Every little bit helps. Probably not necessary. So I'm going to try to tape the top of this. Keep the leaves from all spilling out while I'm sleeping. I've seen guys do this before, I've just never tried it myself. Thought I'd waste a little bit of tape and maybe a liner and see how it works. What that's going to do is, it's not totally body length, but that will at least keep my core, my upper part of my body, out of the moisture and up off the ground. This is going to give me some insulation underneath here. I can always pile more leaves down here at my feet, keep my feet up off the ground. I also have another liner, so if I wanted to double this up and make it longer, I could. This isn't going to be too bad. Alright guys, so I finally got her set up. Didn't seem to take too long, just took a couple minutes for my tarp and my ridge line. What took the longest was gathering up all them leaves for this insulation bed. But that insulation bed is going to be real important on these as we transition into the cold weather. We got mid-30s, upper 30s here in Illinois. Not super cold weather, but it's still plenty cold enough to where if you was to get stuck out in a bad situation, you could get in trouble with hypothermia if you wasn't prepared. So you can see I took that 55-gallon drum liner, stuffed it full of leaves, flattened it out, kind of compressed it down. That gives me a nice natural bed underneath me that's protecting me from the cold. I don't feel the cold on the ground at all right now. All I feel is my own body heat in these leaves here. Now, that being said, I may have made a mistake taping that shut, because as I compress these down, I may need to add more leaves to that to give myself more thickness, more insulation, protect myself from the ground. Right now everything's good, but smashing these down overnight I might need more. So if I had to, I could open this back up, stuff some more leaves in there, or I could always just stuff the leaves down underneath here if I had to as well. So everything seems to be pretty nice here. It's quite a bit warmer here in the shelter than it is outside. I'd say it's about 15 degrees warmer in here than it is out there. The wind has kind of switched on me. It's kind of blowing with the shelter instead of from behind the shelter like it was when I first set up, but it's still pretty nice in here. I think I could make do here for a night if I absolutely had to. It's not the most ideal setup. I am on a slope, kind of up on top of a bluff. That was just the area I had to practice in today, and I just kind of had to deal with what I had to deal with. So that may be how it is if you're in a bad situation. You're not always going to have the most perfect flat terrain. You're not always going to have two perfect trees right next to each other for your ridge line, things like that. So a lot of times you're just going to have to make do like this. So just kind of wanted to get out and play around a little bit with the kit, the basic kit that I'm going to be carrying down to the emergency survival class down at the Bethlehem Outdoor College at Campcraft Outdoors down in Kentucky. Going to be doing some training down there with Jason Hunt, and I'm really excited to get down there with my good buddy Robert Onken and do some of that. So a lot of you know Robert from some of my past videos. But hopefully beginning of December we're going to get down there and do a little bit of training with Jason. We're both real excited about it. Just kind of want to get out here and play around with some of the stuff that I was going to be using. So no, it wasn't much of a video. Apologize, I haven't been too active lately. I had a lot of stuff going on, but I hope to be getting out a lot more here pretty soon and getting to sit around and visit with you a lot more like this. If you like what you see here, click like, hit subscribe, leave us a comment down below. This is Kevin. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the woods real soon.